Hey Leo, welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and today we are doing April readings. I've got the Unfolding Path Tarot here. Let's get it in focus. There we go. And we've also got the Wisdom of the Oracle. There's that one. There we go. As always, these are general readings for a general Leo audience, so it might really resonate with you. It might resonate here and there. I invite you to check out the videos for all of your major placements. So that'll be your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Cross watchers are welcome, of course. And if you've been here before, you know I like to fast forward the video over the shuffling part. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle, and I will catch up with you as I'm about to lay out the cards. See you there. Okay, Leo. Let's see what we've got. Oh, wow. Lovers. Knight of Wands. Three of Swords. Don't panic. And the Two of Cups. Oops. Let's get everybody in frame here. Let's pull, okay. A change in the wind. Can we see that? Okay. Okay, so full disclosure, I am a Leo sun, so I'm going to say we're in this together. And I don't always love to see the Three of Swords, so I get it. I get you. But we'll start with a change in the wind. And this, let's get it in focus here. A change in the wind, you know, obviously indicates that there is a change in the wind. There's a change somewhere occurring, and it might not be of our own doing. It could be the sort of thing where there is a change in a job, you know, situation. Maybe the team changes, like at work, like you're put on a different schedule, or you work for a different manager, like your boss leaves, or a teammate leaves, that sort of thing. Or your hours are changed. Did I say that? Maybe they move you to a different part of the building or something like that. It could be, if you live in an apartment building, there could be, I don't know, maybe a noisy neighbor moves out or moves in. You know, it could be a positive change. It could be a negative change. It could be a change in a personal relationship. There could be a change that you find out about in April that causes a little concern or worry. And I would say that, you know, we'll get to the Three of Swords card, but it's probably related, that some worry is inspired by this change. Especially if you like stability. Change is, it can be worrisome, but change is required for growth. And that's the essence of this card, that the change that is on the wind is required for evolution. So what's called upon with this card is trust, that whatever is on the other side of the change is for our evolution, for our highest good. So let's all of us keep that in mind. Even if whether it looks positive or not so positive when we get the news, let's remember that change brings evolution. So that said, let's get into the rest of the tarot, because the card here is really, about getting deeper, making better, more authentic connections with other human beings. And that's nothing to sneeze at, right? Especially for single Leos who are maybe looking not to be single. This is a really good omen. But it doesn't have to be romantic. Let's see if we can get this in better focus. Slightly better. So the Two of Cups is all about really satisfactory relations, more than satisfactory, satisfying, reciprocity, that kind of feeling that you're seen and you really see someone else. You trust what you're seeing and you trust that you're seen, that you can be your whole messy, authentic self with someone who is being their truthful, authentic, messy self, someone who's in it to win it, and someone you are totally stoked you get to be in it to win it with. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic. It can be, really improving your relationships with your family. It can be good relationships, feeling really like a part of the team at work. It can be feeling like you found your soul tribe in community theater or choir or bowling league or cosplay or, fill in the blank. It'll be different for different Leos, or all of the above, but there's likely to be a growing sense that somewhere, at least in one pocket of your life, you really get a sense of being seen and being connected, and that being and building those connections. Okay, you get what I'm saying there. And it's not just a sort of a one-off. It's a growing thing, right? And that's amplified here or echoed here in the Lovers. The Lovers is the major arcana version of the Two of Cups. Going even further, the Lovers speaks to choices we make in relationships. Like when you're on dating apps. And of course, Lovers doesn't have to just be romantic love, but using that as an example, the Lovers can speak to like when you're on a dating app and you can be attracted to some people physically and some people for their personality, and you don't always get the best personality in the hottest person, right? Sometimes we make choices. We have to make a little choice, and who we choose to be with kind of affects who we end up being in relationships, right? It can, who we choose to associate with can affect who we end up being in life. So there can be choices in association that are better aligned with our own personal values. So there's that piece of the Lovers. There's also the contract piece, like making sure making sure that there's reciprocity, that we know that we're getting out as much as we put into things, right? So there's that piece. and, you know, kind of exploring fairness and reciprocity and trust and negotiating the contracts and the reciprocity and trust. Okay. You see what I'm saying there. Oh. And then we have the Knight of Wands, and this is a very Leo card. The Knight of Wands is that joy of going after something that you want. The Wands cards are that fiery energy, and they can be associated with, you know, your ambition, your drive, a little bit your ego, but, you know, in the good way. Kind of going after your career ambitions, or maybe a hobby that fulfills you when you can't have, or when you have a job that pays the bills, but it can be the hobby that fulfills your creative need or something along those lines. So there could be something in your life that you're going after, like maybe, I always use this example, but like a community theater play or cosplay or something where you get to express yourself in a way that's more fully, authentically you, where you get to be really seen, where your ego really gets to be validated. This could be a career thing, going after a job, going, you know, fulfilling a career ambition, or it could be, like I said, a hobby. So there may be an opportunity, certainly later in the month, more likely, after sort of Mercury goes direct. It's retrograde right now, and it's kind of making things a little bit hinky. But you could have the opportunity to take a job, or interview for a job, or audition for a musical or something, and really have an exciting opportunity to go after something that makes you feel really, really validated, a real career win, or a real, you know, sort of ego win. And now we get this one, right? The Three of Swords is obviously, she does not look happy. And it does feel like a real bummer, the Three of Swords. This can feel like a loss or a disappointment. So I've seen this come up in my own personal life, like after a breakup, or when I didn't get a role. I also do, you know, theater. I've received this card when I didn't get something I want, or when I've also gotten this card when my head and heart weren't in alignment. So I've gotten this card when I wasn't sure what to move forward with, when I kind of thought I should want something but didn't want something. So the decision making was tricky. Like when I made myself nuts, feeling like I was supposed to want something that I didn't. I was supposed to want to go for something, but I didn't want to. So that can be another way that shows up. There's a mental anguish piece with the Three of Swords. So the way to navigate through the Three of Swords is really ultimately about truth. It's about the truth of the situation around you, your circumstances, and the truth of your own values. Sometimes there can be a loss involved or a change involved, and that sucks. And if that happens, we have this wonderful reminder here that even if it feels uncertain, ultimately, the change is for the best. It's for our evolution. But of course, I hate to leave it on that note. So let's see if I can pull a clarifier. Okay, so the clarifier is the devil. That might not seem like a happy resolution, but what this tells us is that, I'm tiptoeing so gently here, it's a mind game, and that's not to poo-poo anything here, but the devil is all about temptation. The devil, right? I mean, he's sexy, and he's inviting us to slavery, basically. He's inviting us to stay stuck and small and bound to something that is not healthy and not good for us and doesn't allow us to progress. So whatever this thing is that we're mourning, that we're sad about, it is something that is not good for us. So if we're sad about something that is changing, it is something that is not good for us. It is something that has kept us small. It is something that we have been holding on to or allowed ourselves to be chained to, that the universe is lovingly taking away from us because we have not been able to let go of it ourselves. Does that make sense? I think it does. So whatever it is that might be causing this sort of agony at the end of the month, it is something that is right for departure. Good riddance. Another way to look at it is it will be freedom from bondage. Even though we can't see it, we might not see it in the moment, it will be freedom from bondage. I'd prefer that came in a prettier card too, but here it is. We have these other pretty cards. We have the Two of Cups, which is lovely. It's all about being seen and being adored, possibly romantically, platonically, at work, at play. We have the Lovers, which is all about choices we make in relationships, choices we make in our social contracts. We have a wonderful opportunity in the Knight of Wands to go after something that feels very validating from an ego standpoint. And then there's this other thing that might be a loss, or some sort of truth is revealed that is surprising or disappointing. But it is something that we need to know because it will free us from bondage. It will free us from temptation. So there you have it, Leo. I invite you to check the videos for your other placements if you haven't already done so. And please feel free to leave a comment, like, share, or subscribe if this has been helpful or enlightening. In any case, please take good care of yourself. Until next time. Bye for now.